This is a recast of the 5,600-word piece, Phrase-Based Statistical Machine Translation, PBSMT, from Shnipat AI. This article discusses Phrase-Based Statistical Machine Translation, PBSMT, and its advantages, challenges, and applications. Let's listen in.
So the article we read is about Phrase-Based Statistical Machine Translation, or PBSMT. It's an approach in machine translation that's recently been gaining in popularity, and for good reason. Let's start by talking about what it is.
Sure. PBSMT is a technique that translates phrases rather than individual words. The translation process starts by breaking down a source sentence into smaller phrases, which are then translated into the target language. The system then combines all the translated phrases to generate the final output translation.
Right. And this method has several advantages over traditional MT systems, such as a high degree of accuracy and the ability to handle language variations. Plus, it helps with word ordering, which can be a complicated task in some languages.
Definitely. But even with these advantages, there are still challenges and limitations that need to be addressed. One of these challenges is the handling of rare and unknown phrases or words, or what's known as the out-of-vocabulary problem.
Right. So to address this issue, researchers are exploring different techniques such as incorporating external knowledge sources, like bilingual dictionaries, or using neural network-based models. And another challenge is improving the fluency of the translations, making sure they read naturally as if written by a human.
Absolutely. And researchers are continuing to investigate ways to overcome these challenges and improve PBSMT systems to meet the demands of real-world translation tasks.
So let's take a look at the history of PBSMT. The technique was developed in the early 1990s as an alternative to traditional methods of machine translation. It breaks down text into smaller phrases and then translates them individually instead of larger chunks of text. This allows for more flexibility in the translations.
Yes, PBSMT has been adopted in both commercial applications and academic research. It's a key tool for machine translation and has helped facilitate communication between different languages. So let's talk about how it has evolved over the years.
Right. The original phrase-based model was improved upon with several features and complex scoring metrics. Recently, neural machine translation, NMT, has become a major alternative to PBSMT. But despite its limitations, it continues to be used in many scenarios due to its speed and ability to function with small amounts of parallel training data.
That's right. But what about other approaches to machine translation?
Well, there are two main alternatives to PBSMT, rule-based machine translation and neural machine translation. With rule-based MT, you create rules that dictate how the source language should be translated into the target language. With NMT, a neural network is used to learn how to translate between languages, but it requires a large amount of training data.
PBSMT combines the advantages of both of these methods by using statistical models and allowing for the incorporation of linguistic rules. It gives us high-quality translations while still being flexible enough to handle a wide range of texts.
And with its advances in context modeling and attention models, PBSMT can incorporate global context and long-range dependencies in document and sentence translation, which have greatly improved its accuracy.
Right, and it does this in several stages. First, it segments the input text into phrases or contiguous sequences of words. Then it assigns a probability distribution to each possible translation of the phrase. This is based on patterns found in a bilingual training corpus.
Exactly. That's the beauty of PBSMT. It takes advantage of both monolingual and bilingual data, using language models to ensure that the output translations are fluent and grammatically correct.
Then, it applies a reordering model to determine the most appropriate order for the translated phrases, and finally, it uses a language model to make sure the output is fluent and grammatically correct.
PBSMT offers a more effective approach to machine translation than other approaches, like rule-based or statistical MT, due to its ability to break down sentences into smaller phrases and leverage statistical patterns in bilingual and monolingual corpora.
What makes it even more efficient is its ability to adjust phrase extraction processes and incorporate monolingual data via language modeling, which can enhance its accuracy and output.
Absolutely. PBSMT gives us more flexibility and precision when translating text, as it takes into account not just the meaning of individual words, but also their collocations and relationships with adjacent words.
And because it requires fewer computational resources than other translation approaches, PBSMT is becoming increasingly popular for machine translation.
Right. PBSMT is also easily trainable, meaning its accuracy can be improved with additional training data.
On the other hand, there are some drawbacks to using PBSMT. For example, it requires a lot of training data, which can be both costly and time-consuming.
That's true. It also struggles with rare words, idiomatic phrases, and the lack of semantic understanding in context processing.
To illustrate these points, let's look at a case study conducted by Katharina Kan, Torsten Zesch, and Irina Gurevich in 2018. The study found that although phrase-based statistical machine translation does not outperform neural machine translation systems, it is a useful alternative for low-resource target languages and domains and remains competitive with NMT for small datasets and specific translations.
The study also emphasized the importance of domain adaptation for PBSMT performance, as different domains require customized phrase tables and language models.
Ultimately, whether PBSMT is right for you will depend on your specific needs and resources.
An example of an industry that uses PBSMT is the online retail industry. With the exponential growth in online shopping, retailers must cater to a diverse customer base with diverse language preferences. By using PBSMT, retailers can quickly and cost-effectively translate their websites, product descriptions, and customer reviews into multiple languages, making their products accessible to a broader global audience.
PBSMT also helps retailers streamline their inventory management by translating product names, descriptions, and SKUs, reducing confusion between different product lines. Furthermore, PBSMT can provide local customer support by translating customer reviews and inquiries in real time, enabling retailers to provide responsive and personalized service to customers worldwide.
There are several reasons for choosing PBSMT over other translation models. PBSMT is known for its ability to create more fluent and natural translations compared to other models, such as rule-based machine translation. Additionally, PBSMT is able to handle various language pairs and languages with complex grammar rules. The phrase-based approach in PBSMT allows for a more flexible and customizable translation model, as it can handle phrases and collocations that may not be easily captured by other models.
PBSMT has numerous benefits in the industry as well. Firstly, it automates the translation process, saving time and money for companies. The automated process means businesses can focus on other aspects of their operations, such as marketing and sales. Additionally, PBSMT is able to process large amounts of data quickly and accurately, allowing companies to translate large amounts of content in a short period of time.
That's particularly important in industries such as e-commerce, where product descriptions and reviews need to be translated quickly in order to keep up with demand. Furthermore, PBSMT provides a consistent level of accuracy in translations, which is important for maintaining the quality and reliability of a company's brand.
While PBSMT has numerous advantages, there are also some important limitations to consider. First, phrase-based models rely heavily on the availability of bilingual phrase pairs during training. If a rare or uncommon phrase is encountered during translation, the model may not have enough training data to accurately translate it. Second, variations in word order between languages can cause issues for phrase-based translation.
Finally, while advances in machine learning have improved the quality of PBSMT systems, they still struggle with handling idiomatic expressions or cultural nuances that may not correspond directly between languages. Despite these limitations, PBSMT remains a widely used and effective approach to machine translation.
So what does the future of PBSMT look like? The potential to contribute to increasingly accurate and efficient translation in a wide range of contexts is promising. As more data becomes available for training, PBSMT models are likely to improve in precision and coverage.
Additionally, new developments in deep learning and neural machine translation may aid in enhancing the capabilities of PBSMT. However, there are still challenges that need to be addressed, such as improving the handling of multi-word expressions and addressing the issue of translational ambiguity.
Overall, it's clear that PBSMT has already made significant contributions to the field of machine translation, and its future looks promising and exciting.
One way to address the challenges of PBSMT is to merge different machine learning techniques such as deep learning and reinforcement learning. This allows for more robust and scalable model learning and inference. Also, researchers are exploring ways to leverage parallel data sources to train better machine translation models.
Ultimately, a comprehensive approach is needed to overcome the emerging challenges in machine translation. This approach should involve integrating existing translation models, mining additional structured or unstructured sources of multilingual data, and utilizing the latest advancements in machine learning.
So what does this mean for businesses and governments leveraging machine translation?
Businesses and governments utilizing machine translation can benefit from PBSMT in several ways. Firstly, the creation of a large parallel corpus consisting of high-quality translations is essential to the accuracy of the PBSMT system. Additionally, the use of phrase-based models allows for more flexibility in the translation process, enabling the system to take into account the larger context of a sentence rather than just individual words.
That's not all, though. The incorporation of domain-specific dictionaries and language models can improve the translation quality for specific fields or industries. Finally, host editing techniques such as human review or machine learning algorithms can further enhance the accuracy of the PBSMT system.
In conclusion, PBSMT has proven to be a viable and effective option for machine translation. Despite some limitations and challenges, PBSMT has a number of advantages over other machine translation methods. As such, it is likely to continue being a key player in the field of machine translation.